hair look crazy. He is looking crazy. Hey guys. So I just wanted to jump on here. I just wanted to jump on here. So just read this article. I just wanted to read this article to you guys because this is shocking, right? To know, right? So we want to be in the best position, right? We want to be in the best position so that we won't fall victim, right? To all of this, all of this stuff. I'm like, man. So I'm gonna read this article, which is crazy. So this may apply, to some of you. Some of you it may not, apply to, right away. But as we know, if you have a bank, if you have a bank account, right? If you have a bank account, you can deposit up to $250,000. Okay, if you have a bank account, you can deposit up to $250,000. Okay, and it will be insured by the government, right? But here's the problem. Let me send this real quick. So, but here's the big problem, right? Here's the big problem. This is hot, and I don't want my phone to get hot. There we go. Sorry. Phone dropping. Okay. So, hey guys. So, my phone dropping. As you know, hey guys. As you know, right, that up to, right, $250,000, right, can be deposited, right, and it will be insured. Okay, so I don't know if I'm talking to you, or who's on, but up to $250,000 is what the government will insure. So if you don't have over $250,000, then you're not concerned. But I'm going to read this article. Let me get it for you. Let me see. Let me see. I'm going to get this article for you guys. Like, this is mind-blowing. This is definitely mind-blowing. So article that came out August 9th, okay, it says $7 trillion in unsecured deposits, okay? $7 trillion, okay, in unsecured deposits are brewing in the U.S. bank accounts as customers risk zero protection from the federal government. So, Americans are holding $7 trillion unsecured cash in the bank accounts, according to an under-the-radar report from the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which is the FDIC. The agency says the data, which was captured at the end of March, shows the amount of unprotected cash in U.S. banks is increasing for the first time since the fourth quarter of 2021. So this is saying that people have more money and people are putting their money in the bank. And I think if you have more than 250,000, you need to take the rest of it out and put it under your mattress, put it in your shoebox. The girl actually said, put it in the shoebox, put it in some gold, put it in some silver, start you a business, something. Because if we really have a crash, and I feel like this, if you really have a crash, even the $250,000 won't be secured. The FDIC won't be able to insure that because the banks depend on deposits. It's crazy. So the U.S. bank aligns with the FDIC to promise customers that deposit up to the amount of 250 will always be covered in the event of a collapse. But anything in excess is not insured. The FDIC is increasing the scrutiny on this issue, warning that the unsecured deposits may make lenders more susceptible to bank runs. Now, let's think about this. In the 1920s, they had a bank run, right? The 1920s, they had a bank run. The people actually had to go run to the bank, right? They had to stand online, fill out the withdrawal slip, and then withdraw the money. In 2024, you don't have to run to nobody bank. Your bank is on the phone. You could just transfer money out of your bank account. So could you imagine? Could you imagine everybody transferring money out of their bank accounts or transferring money to other accounts, right? Do you know how scared that makes the bank? But here's the thing, the bank will never lose, right? Because the bank, all loans is insured by an insurance policy. So if you default on your car note, the bank, if you got a loan with the bank, now the bank is going to call the insurance company and say, oh, she defaulted on her account. So now they're going to get money for you defaulting because it's insured. Then they still want the money from you. Just like there's over 10 million people right now that haven't paid their mortgage in over 5 years. You think the bank is losing? They calling the insurance company saying we need our money. These people ain't paid in 5 years. And they still want the money from you, right? So the bank is never going to lose. It's only the depositors. All right, so I want you guys to understand that only the depositors is who lose. The FDIC is increasing the scrutiny on this issue, warning that uninsured deposits may make lenders more susceptible to bank runs. While many banks have increased their reliance on unsecured deposits, the trend has been most pronounced amongst the largest banks. Growing concentration of unsecured deposits at large banks makes the banking system potentially more vulnerable to depositors' run, such as those in March 2023. Now, remember that bank? What was the name of that bank? I forgot. It starts with an R. But the bank, it actually collapsed. Remember, everybody was running to, take their money out of the bank. Like, that had a whole bank run. That was a whole shit show, right? The FDIC insures up to $250,000 cap was tested during the last year collapse of the Silicon. So it was the Silicon Valley Bank and the Signature Bank and First Republic Bank. So you guys remember that, right? You remember Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, and First Republic Bank. They all had a bank run. They're done. In the historic first, all deposits at the bank were protected by the federal government with the combination of the FDIC insurance and the extraordinary use of the systematic risk exceptions, giving the FDIC, Federal Reserve, and Treasury Department the power to backstop everything. In the wake of the crisis, the FDIC says it's now asking U.S. banks to provide comprehensive data on the composition of both insured and uninsured deposits to improve its ability to track and manage risk. If you got more than $250,000 in the bank, what grandma used to say, put it under the mattress. Put it in the shoebox. And also, too, with Chase Bank, Chase is about to start charging people a monthly fee just for having a basic bank account, whether you got direct deposit or not. Remember, the thing was, oh, get direct deposit and get a free checking account, or get a free bank account. Now they're going to be charging. So if JP Morgan starts charging, other banks are going to charge too. Remember, the bank never loses. And this is like financial literacy. The bank never ever loses. So now the bank is going to charge you to have an account, even though you have direct deposit. The bank charges fees, right? They charge overdraft fees. They charge fees on top of fees. They charge you to go get a what is it? A cashier check fee, a bounce check fee, a ATM fee. The bank getting paid. And the bank gets all the interest on your credit cards, on your mortgage, on your car loan, your student loan. The bank is banking. It's the depositors, which is crazy because the bank needs the depositors in order. I'm at the bank now. The bank needs the depositors, right, in order for the bank to keep rolling. But the depositors are the ones who end up losing in this whole scenario, because the government is going to bail the banks out. The government don't bail the people out. They bail the banks out. Right? They say the banks is too big to fail. So if you got more than $250,000 in your bank account, I would start putting it in different banks, because you can have more than one bank account. You can have 5 bank accounts if you want to, right? So if you got more than $250,000, anyway, I would be investing my money. I wouldn't just have $250,000 just sitting in the bank. Right? I heard a girl say, she's a banker. She was like, people got millions of dollars in their bank account. What are you doing with millions of dollars just sitting in your bank account? Right? You should be investing that money. You should be in the stocks. You should have some real estate, or you should be tying it up in some bonds, or maybe like a CD that's giving like 5% interest right now. What? Hold up. Oh, wait, hold up. Why? But again, this goes with financial literacy. If you have more than $250,000 in the bank, guys, you need to take it out and open up another bank and put the rest in there, or put it under your mattress, or put it in a shoebox. Right? Put it somewhere. Okay? Put it somewhere outside of the bank so that it won't be subject, right, to being lost. Right? People scared of the stock market, and they say the stock market is risky, but leaving your money in the bank is risky. Imagine we having a bank run on Chase Bank, on TD Bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. People not running to the bank. People going to do transfers right from the phone. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that? So we need financial literacy, guys, on every level. Whether you're making millions of dollars, whether you're making $10 an hour, whether you're making $100 a week, whether you're making $20,000 a month, everybody needs financial literacy. Right? Financial literacy, guys, is our only hope. It literally is. Right? So if we would have learned just basic stuff of interest, basic stuff of credit, basic stuff of understanding, how to invest money, save money, how to grow money, we would have more millionaires today. So there's $7 trillion right now in the bank with unsecured deposits. And the bank is taking that money and they invest in that money so they could go make money. Right? I posted a video on Instagram. And basically, when you borrow money from the bank, they want 7%. But when you deposit your money in the bank, they giving you less than 0.01%. Right? So we got to get smarter, right? Because if there is a crash, whether it's the stock market, whether it's in the banking system, are you prepared? Or will you be one of those ones waiting for the government to make a decision? The government been making bad decisions their whole fucking life. I told my aunt, about my other aunt. I said she been making bad decisions her whole life. She's 60. You still making bad decisions. The government. Some of them 80 years old, 90 years old, still making bad decisions. Financial bad decisions. Right? So we can continue to wait for Kamala to get in or Trump to get in, right? Because they're not going to do anything for any black people. I don't care what nobody says. They're not going to do anything for us. We got to do for us. So you got to get financially educated. If you got more than $250,000, guys, in the bank right now, I would have multiple banks. I would start looking for investments. I would start looking for high yield savings accounts. I would start looking for CDs that's paying like 5%. Or I would start investing my money, studying the stock market and investing my money. Financial literacy, guys, our only hope. Financial literacy, guys, our only hope. I'll post the link for the article, below. But this is something that's historic, guys. 7 trillion in unsecured deposits. A lot of money. 7 trillion. Now I know, none of y'all got 7 trillion. I ain't got no 7 trillion, right? But $7 trillion in the bank, unsecured. Do you know how much people will commit suicide if they lose their money in the bank? Even when the whole thing happened with the Bitcoin and Bitcoin crashed, people literally was jumping off buildings, killing themselves because they had all their money tied up in crypto. It's crazy. Financial literacy, guys, is our only hope. Fuck looking rich and dying broke. Financial literacy, guys, is our only hope. Fuck looking rich and dying broke. Financial literacy, guys, is our only hope at all levels. Whether you making 30 grand a year, whether you making 30 grand a month, whether you making 30 grand a day. Financial literacy, guys, is our only hope. I was watching Market Mondays, and they were saying that it doesn't matter how much money a black person have, they still operate from a space of scarcity and fear. It doesn't matter how much a black person has, how much money, how much millions they have, they still operate from a fear and scarcity mindset. This is why in the black community, we have so many gatekeepers. We have so many people gatekeeping information. They don't want to tell nobody else but themselves. But in the white community, no matter how little they have, they still operate in an abundant mindset because they know there's lots of opportunities out here for them. It's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. So financial literacy, guys, our only hope. Financial literacy, guys, is our only hope. $7 trillion is in the bank, unsecured right now. We are in the worst of times, but we are also in the best of times. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that we are in the worst of times and we are in the best of times? People making millions on TikTok. People making millions on Instagram. People making millions selling ebooks. Like, what? But we also in the worst of times financially because America has been making bad decisions for the last 100 years. So that means Americans has been making bad decisions. How the hell are we in $34 trillion in debt? In America. And we keep sending everybody billions of dollars. Come on, guys. You got to create your own economy. You got to create your own economy. Financial literacy, guys, is our only hope. You have to create your own economy. And then you got to teach your children how to create their own economy. Then you're able to teach the people around you and your family, if they would listen, to create their own economy, right? We got to break these curses, right? We can't wait for Kamala for her to do nothing. She ain't did nothing as VP. What's she going to do as president? Can't wait for Donald Trump. He got his own agenda for his own people. What is your Project 2025 plan for your family? What is your Project 2025 plan for your finances? But the time is now, friends. The time is now, okay? We have the wealth event coming up, which is going to be August 31st. I'm going back to my college, which is York College in Queens, and we're going to do like a wealth summit. We're going to give out back to school stuff. We're going to have food, music. It's going to be really nice. We're expecting about 300 to 400 people to come out. It's a great way to network. Bring your business cards, bring your digital card so people can scan your code so you can network. And we have the inner circle, which is $47.99 per month. Okay, and we focus on wealth building, your mindset, the environment, investing in yourself, stocks. We talk about different books that you need. And if you guys didn't watch the webinar the other day, I did a webinar. Right, the webinar was amazing. You guys definitely need to watch that replay. But guys, financial literacy is our only hope. Financial literacy, guys, is our only hope. Fuck looking rich and dying broke. So if you're in the New York, New Jersey area, August 31st, save the date, come out, get financially educated. And if you are anywhere in the world, right, you can join the Inner Circle, $47 a month or $47.99 per month. And we talk about building the wealthy mindset. We don't want to be caught with the bag. We don't want to be caught with the short end of the stick. We want to be building and have confidence in building. We want to build wealth and have confidence that we can continue to build wealth and continue to help our children. Because that's what it's truly about, right? We want to get in the mindset so we can have our children in the mindset of building wealth. So, happy Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day it is, whatever day you're watching this. Make sure you guys follow me on all platforms at Coach Tanisha Marie. Love you guys. See you soon.